On occasion, unfortunately, math can be a boring subject to teach, but with the Black Magic Marker, a little creativity, along with some paper to write on, and your child's favorite book, you can perform a magic trick that is guaranteed to pique some interest and add a little spice to any mathematics lesson. You're going to get your child to pick any 3-digit number, and if they can't come up with a 3-digit number, you can have them pick a number between 1 and 10 3 different times, and then below it, you're going to write the number in reverse. Actually, instead of showing you this trick and how it works, let me show you how I did this trick on my kids so you can see how it works and do something similar in your home. And again, after I've done the trick with my kids, we'll return back here and I'll explain to you how it all works. So you might need to go to your homeschooling supplies because, as I mentioned, you're going to need a black marker, something to write on, and then a book. Any book will do, but choosing a book that they're familiar with and really enjoy, and also one that has a little bit of magic in it, can definitely add a little bit of character and interest to the trick. The first part of this trick is having your child pick any number between 100 and 1000.
579.
And then you're going to take that number and write it on a sheet of paper. The next step is to take the reverse of that number. So for example, my son's number that he chose is 579. So the reverse is 975, and you're going to write it on the sheet of paper as well. The next part of the trick is to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. Now the next step is to take the reverse of this answer, which is 693, and add these two numbers together. Our final answer is 1089. And I say final answer because this is when the magic begins. Because before this exercise began, I wrote down in secret a special word that was going to be part of the magic trick for later on. So using a number that my son came up with all by himself and doing a little bit of math with it, we came up with the number 1089. So I told my son to read the 10th word on the 89th page of the book. And after turning to the appropriate page, he starts counting.
7, 8, 9, 10.
So what word is that?
Best.
And after telling him that the book magically spoke to me and gave me a special word, I handed him the envelope. And that's not the greatest of angles, but you can see written there, plain as day, the word best. The steps to the trick are as follows. Step number 1, take any random 3-digit number and then write down its reverse. Step number 2 is subtract the smaller number from the larger number. And then once you have that answer, step number 3 is add it to its reverse. And the answer you're going to get is always 1089. Look at the examples here. I randomly chose 645, and I also randomly chose 853. And you can see by going through the same steps, they both come up with 1089. So it's the next day and I'm editing the video. Admittedly, my son's reaction was probably 50% kind of confused, 50% kind of impressed. My daughter's reaction, however, was 100% impressed. Unfortunately, she was first showed the trick off camera, so I don't really have her reaction to show you. So as you can see, this is a fun little number theory mathematics trick. Knowing the number beforehand, you can see how you can easily manipulate that bit of information to come up with a really cool magic trick. I used the knowledge beforehand to already look at the 89th page of the Harry Potter book, count over and know that the 10th word on the 89th page is the word best. You could do any variation of this. Obviously, you can have them go to page 108, count over to the 9th word, and do the exact same thing. I would love to take credit for the knowledge of this trick, but this exercise in number theory is all over the internet. I actually came across it when I was watching an old episode of Mr. Wizard on YouTube, which no doubt confirms I lead a very boring life. Happy homeschooling, everyone, and we'll see you on the next video.